Next up for the Celtics, game one of the conference finals Sunday afternoon in Orlando against the Magic, who've had a lot of downtime this spring. They won the season series with Boston, 3-1. You see the numbers relatively even, but as we look ahead, guys, what's going to be the biggest challenge for Boston to beat Orlando?
Well, I think just to shut down the three-point shot, I think Boston Celtics does a great job of contesting late on shots and running people off that three-point line, making them put the ball down on the ground. I think that'll be the key for them defensively because they're a pack-it-in team, and if they can do that, and I think that starts with being able to play Dwight Howard straight up one-on-one, then I think they'll do a better job of guarding the three.
How will they approach Howard? Kendrick Perkins obviously is a plus defender for Boston. What else do they need to do to slow him down?
Well, I think the biggest thing is what the Boston Celtics has done in the past is played him one-on-one with a lot of these guys. Rasheed Wallace actually guards Dwight Howard pretty good. I mean, there's nobody really going to be able to stop a Dwight Howard, but you have some guys on that team as far as size-wise and also ability-wise and craftiness of Rasheed Wallace guard him one-on-one. And also you have Perkins being able to guard him one-on-one. But the one thing you like about Boston, they have a lot of bigs. You're talking about Sheldon Williams. That's another 6 fouls, big baby. And then you also can throw Kevin Garnett. So you have a lot of guys that can guard him and also foul him. So that's the one thing I think Boston has an edge over maybe some other teams that they have about 30 fouls to give up at that position.
Great point guard matchup and very different styles for these two guys. Rajon Rondo obviously dominated the Cavaliers in their second-round win, while Jameer Nelson has had a great postseason so far in the 2 sweeps.
I think that this has been the key for Orlando Magic. I think that he's come out and he's played in all-star form. He's put pressure on the teams they've played thus far in the playoffs. And he sort of gets them started. I think that he's attacking the basket. He's another guy that can get the ball in the paint, shrink the defense, which allows their three-point shooters to get open. So he's doing a terrific job, and I think he's trying to even, be that lead guy on the defensive end as well. But Jameer Nelson's playing solid basketball, and it's been a major part of the success for the Magic.
Well, for me, it's like, guys, when you have a Rondo and a Jameer Nelson, Matt and Eric, it's like, I always use, there's like those guys that are playing with their iPod on. They are just in great rhythm. They are just coming out there playing. You can say that the game is not forced. It seems like every move, every cut, everything is coming at a great rhythm for them. And I think Jameer Nelson, like you said, he is just having a fabulous playoffs, not only with his scoring, but running his team, looking like the leader. And I think he's grasped this team again as a point guard where he had it maybe 2 years ago and kind of because of injuries kind of lost it. But I think in this postseason, he has this team as a point guard where he wants them to go.
The Magic made a huge roster shift last summer when Hedo Turkoglu was allowed to walk away via free agency, and they made the deal for Vince Carter. How important is he now that they've gotten to the conference finals?
Well, he is. I mean, now it gets a chance where everybody knows each other's plays, and then it gets a little bit tighter as far as game plans and also scores. And you can tell by we throw up the board, these series has been tight and games been tight. And this is when you need a superstar to take over the basketball game. And this is where Vince can be really, really effective because he can come down, hit 3 or 4 threes, and go on a 10-0 stretch or run by himself. And they're going to need some of this from Vince Carter.
Yeah, I mean, I think Vince is a major part. I think that at the same time, whoever guards him, whether it's Ray Allen or Paul Pierce, he's also going to make them work. Mm-hmm. And what was evident in the last series of Paul Pierce having to guard LeBron James affected his offense. So if Vince Carter can get it going, he can also have whomever guarding him maybe have a tough series offensively.
This Magic team quietly has been the most efficient and best of the postseason so far. They've swept both their series, and going back to the regular season, they're in a 14-game win streak as they head to Game 1 Sunday afternoon. The Celtics come to town for a rematch of last year's Eastern Conference semifinal, won by the Magic in 7.